Hi, this is Jeffrey Kurt Financial Group. Today is Monday, May 11, 2026. The historic stock market rally just keeps going. Last week we ended at all-time highs again. Last week the Dow was up for actually less than 0.25%. It's up 3% year to date. The S&P was up over 2% last week, up 8% year to date. NASDAQ led the way. Tech is just on fire, especially hardware tech. Up 4.5% last week, up 13% year to date. The Russell was up 1.7% last week and up 16% year to date. Again, tech being on fire and leading the way, and that was the worst area in the first quarter. So it's really come back and played catch up. Russell's still leading the way. And since the end of March, this is the fifth week in a row for the major averages to be up, quite a streak. In that time, from the March lows, the S&P is up 17% in that 5 week period. NASDAQ up 27%, Russell up 19%. Just remarkable historic moves, and especially when we've been in the middle of this conflict war in the Middle East. It just, the markets take off like that, which just points towards investors and Wall Street believing that the AI investment, the AI bubble, and tech hardware far outweigh any bad news from the Middle East, and that I guess also there's some confidence that ultimately that will get settled and oil prices will come back down. That's an assumption. Whether it happens, we'll see. A lot of things going on this week as well. I think the biggest thing is President Trump going to China, and a lot of implications going on with that. I mean, there could be really some good outcomes if China could kind of get involved and settle this thing with Iran. And also some other economic agreements with the U.S. Of course, it could be quite bad too if the whole thing with China and Iran dig their heels in and nothing can get any progress on that, or any trade or tariff news and like that could be bad. Another thing is big, I think, this week is the monthly options expiration. That is on Friday, over $2 trillion of notional value. That's big. And also, it has to be unwound, sold, repositioned, and all that. So you could see some quirky moves that, despite the headlines, you could see some really moves that could be head scratchers because of the options expiration. Also, finish up Consumer Price Index out this week. I think it's tomorrow on Tuesday, and that will be an indicator of what inflation was in April, which had the high oil prices, high gasoline. So that's going to be closely watched and interpreted as to the inflicting some pain into the economy as well. So lots going on, but the historic rally is just amazing. We'll be back on Wednesday. Thank you for listening. Please like, subscribe, share, and send along any questions. Goodbye.